I slept like shit last night. Let me rephrase that. I didn't sleep at all last night. I woke up at 12:40 and I only slept for like maybe 1 hour between 7 and 8. So I'm very tired. But goals are goals. We need to do what I need to do. I'm going for a run because I want to lose weight. That was a pleasant little run, 2.5 miles. My goal is to do 3 miles every other day. I need to adjust the path that I'm going to take. I don't know if you remember a couple of vlogs ago at the end of last year, I had a client, we were trying to buy a property in Aventura, but every time we got to the terms of the seller would change. So we just said, you know what, let's look for another property because that one, the guy doesn't want to sell, he's not ready. So we found another one here in Miami, in 69th Street. Super nice, exactly how he wanted, because it's good enough for him. It's good enough for him and his wife to live on, but also there's some room for improvement, doing some cosmetic renovations that can make him a lot of money. And today we have the inspection for their property. Inspection done, and it went super well. Actually, the inspector already worked with me in another moment, and it was super funny because he saw me and said, I know you from somewhere. And I said, probably yes, because I always use your company. So we entered the elevator and he said, yeah, I remember you. We did a deal together in downtown Miami in a skyrise, and you were telling me how the market is changing. That particular transaction was in March last year, the one that I did a tokenization of the property, where we bought the property, transformed it in tokens and sold it in the blockchain. And he said, and I remember because you were telling me how the market had changed, and I thought it was very smart of what you said, and I consider myself pretty smart. That's his words, not mine. I consider myself pretty smart also, and when someone impresses me, that it's a good thing. So, and then he looked to my buyers, my clients, you are in very good hands, this guy is very good. That's just a little brag, because sometimes it's good to brag a little bit. So it was super nice. They're going to send the report tomorrow. Everything seems to be okay. Also, we had the general contractor there analyzing what we could do with that property, because in the end, what my clients are looking for is something that they can live on for a while, but their first goal is to renovate and sell. And let me show you the numbers. There is always opportunities in the market, and that's what I found for my investor. I'm going to show you right now. In this particular property that we are working on, the original price was $350. We actually got under contract for $330, so that's $20,000 less for my investor. For the renovation, we are estimating around $60,000, being $15,000 for the flooring, $12,000 for the master bedroom, $8,000 for the other bedroom, kitchen $15,000, plus $10,000 for miscellaneous like painting, finishing, and permits. So in the end, he's going to invest about $390, and he's going to sell this property for around $530, taking off the commission of the seller. He's going to have a net sale of just under $500,000 with a potential result of $100,000. That finding didn't came easy because I had to look every single property that is for sale compared to the average price that they were selling and the average price that renovated properties were selling. And then we found the one in Aventura. Now we found this one. This was much easier to negotiate. It still has a tenant. The tenant is going to be there until April, which is good because we need at least 60 days to prepare all the documents to send to the city and get the permits for all the renovations. Meanwhile, he received that rent and he can pay his own rent where he's staying at this moment. And we are going to do the construction in basically another 60 days. We're talking about 4 months. And then we are going to, probably he's going to use for a while before he's going to put for sale, but we are going to put in the market right away as per his thoughts at this moment, and as soon as he sells, he's going to buy another one and do it again. So this is a very good kind of property to start. This particular building, I think if he holds for another year, a year and a half, he can make even more money because they are changing the facade, they are putting, the building is adding impact to window, changing the railings, changing the balconies, and usually that increases the value of the property a lot, so that's going to be a good thing. But meanwhile, we're still waiting for the report for the inspection tomorrow, and then we need to do the approval process in the association, which will take another 15 days, and then the closing at the end of the month. Other than that, everything is looking good.